He's the club secretary of Eyimba. Good morning. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank
you for having me, yes.
Right. I didn't order that name, right?
Hey, you got it right.
It's great to have you on the show once again. Let's talk about Eyimba International. Of course, there's a big match this weekend, the rental derby against Rangers International. But before we come to that, let's talk about Eyimba's performances, how they fared so far this season.
You can also add this to what he said, so 2-1. How did he feel not having Eyimba on the continent, last time out?
Well, you know what it means for Eyimba not to be in the continent. We feel bad. Also, I think also the Nigerian supporters may have feel same. But at the same time, it's football.
Right.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you may not. But considering how the league management company, because of their crisis at that point, managed to bring about.
It was an abrupt end to the league, right?
Yes, giving
so did you get a fair chance?
Yeah, giving Lobby and Rangers the opportunity to be at the continent. We felt it's okay that they should go and try, and we gave them all the support. But I think we felt we would have been, given the opportunity.
So you thought if the season had continued, you would have
Yes,
found your way into the top two?
We would have.
All right.
Anybody would have.
Okay.
Let's talk about this season then. So far, so good. How are you faring? How are you enjoying your performances?
Well, we are fine. We are fine, just that, because of some matches in Abada, we had some draws because of the surface of that pitch. Any team that seems to be in Abada seems to be playing so good because of this ball behavior. So...
the same problem Aqua United have too.
Yes, but then I think the issue there is the team is okay.
All right.
Psychologically, we are balanced. But we are hopeful that in the next 6 matches to go, we'll be able to show strength.
All right. Okay, let's pause a little, and, there's something big that you want to talk about, the big one against Rangers. We're going to talk about that. But let's take a look at the fixtures for this weekend in the Nigerian Professional Football League. But let's start with the rescheduled game that we talked about earlier.
Right.
Rivers United hitting
3-0.
Rangers. Chibuzo might like this.
Of course, it's smiling, big smile on his face right now.
Maybe when Rangers come, they'll still be having the hangover of this. Who knows? But that's a confirmation of that rescheduled game. The result right there on your screen. All right, let's start from Group A then, and look at the fixtures for this weekend. Let's see if you can do that quickly. Of course, we will talk about what you saw on your screen later on. Eyimba and Rangers, they're going to be playing this weekend. But let's quickly take a look at Group A. Let's see what is happening, the fixtures. Some very, very interesting fixtures lined up in that one. You have Sunshine Stars taking on Wiki Tourists. I think it's going to be a great game in that one. You also have MFM taking on Rivers. You have Kwara United taking on Lobby Stars. And you also have Eyimba taking on Rangers, the one that we're going to be talking about shortly on the show. Of course, Insurance taking on Niger Tornadoes. Casina United taking on Remo Stars. This is what it looks like in Group A. Tayo will take us through Group B. That's Group B. Yes,
Group B, match day 17 fixtures in the Nigerian Professional Football League. You have El Kanemi Warriors taking on Go Round FC. That match will be played at the El Kanemi Sports Stadium in Maiduguri. You also have action between the Yobe Desert Stars and Heartland FC. That will be played at Okigwe Township Stadium, the home of Heartland. Aqua United versus Nassau United will be played at the Godswill Fabio Stadium, while the Kano Pillars versus Plateau United match will be played at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Ifeanyi Uba will take on Delta Force. That's an all match for them. And last but not the least is the Gombe United FC taking on Abia Warriors. That match will be played at the Pantami Stadium in Gombe. Of course, the big match, undoubtedly for a lot of people, and me inclusive, has to be Rangers versus Eyimba, the Oriental Derby. That's been, tagged the Oriental Derby. And how are you looking forward to that game, hosting such a big side at your new stadium?
Yeah, sure, it's going to be a big match. but Eyimba will come out victorious. Why? Because remember that Ogumbote
Used to be with
Eyimba.
Okay.
He left Eyimba to Rangers.
All right. Shouldn't that be an advantage?
No, I don't think so, because it is the time to try to, fix him up to ensure that we get the 3 points.
Okay.
One, we have the best handlers too, like Coach Usman, Abdallah, the assistant like Okwando and Amusi. They are all good. That match will be a decider for the season.
I have an interesting question. Does it really matter? You just talked about it being an Oriental derby, and once it's a derby, form doesn't really matter. And I wanted to ask, because I know Eyimba would want to topple Rangers and be in that top position. Does it matter who's playing at home? Is it from your experience? I know it's difficult to be neutral. It's very, very difficult because you love Eyimba, and I understand why. But does it really matter who's playing at home?
No, right now, the Nigerian football professional league has improved.
All right.
The issue of home and away issue has, gone down.
All right.
Especially I doff my hat for the referee association of Nigeria. They've improved their game. Therefore, I know it's going to be a hard match. But at the end of because of the balanced psychological status of Eyimba today, because of the next season that we want to be in the continent, we must win this match. And I know that the supporters are ready to support us to the end.
All right.
In Aba.
Since you talk about the supporters, let's bring them into all of this. Were they pleased with how things turned out, last time out? Were they pleased with maybe not seeing Eyimba or the continent and everything? Because I know you have a lot of loud supporters. I've had the pleasure of being at the new stadium a couple of times, and I know that the fans always turn out. So what's their reaction? How are they feeling about what happened last season and the expectations for this?
Well, I think, we came out from the CAF Continental Games about at the level of semi-finals. That was last year.
Yeah.
Now, when we returned to Aba, it was like a carnival.
All right.
Yes. The euphoria that we didn't go, the supporters of Aba, or the Eyimba supporters, understand that it was not the making of Eyimba, not to be at the continent, because of the situation of the decision fixed by LMC.
All right.
So everybody understood what happened, that it's not the issue of the team not qualifying.
Right.
So it was just there. Yes, they didn't feel better, but they needed to, overcome it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then. Let's talk about the running of Eyimba. Unarguably, one of the best things that's come out of this country.
And a good brand as well.
Exactly. And so how's the running of the club been so far? Would you say it's been smooth? I know that's more in line with your own duties, So tell us about that.
Yeah. The day-to-day running of Eyimba is smooth. And credit to the government of Abia State for the total support they've always been giving financially. Eyimba is one of the best clubs in Nigeria. And we also know with the creativity of the management, we also want to move away from the state allocation to see how we can play into the multinational corporations.
All right.
To start bringing in other things like the financial status.
All right. It's good you brought that up. How easy is it? Because a lot of people feel that maybe the problem we have in Nigerian football is that a lot of all these clubs are owned by. So how easy is it to move away from going cup in hand to get funds and being able to be responsible 100% for your funds?
Well, I don't mean that we should leave the government allocation.
All right.
But for you to really be independent, you need to, have another means of financial inflow, so that not you want to pay allowances of the players, you must go to the state government. You want to do a little thing in the club. So there must be a little, financial status from other means.
So tell us about that then.
Yes,
Which other revenue streams do you have as a club?
We are creating.
You are just creating?
Yeah, we are creating. Okay. And I think in the next few months, we'll be able to furnish even the channels, because it's going to be a kind of partnership with some media organizations and multinationals. We want to leave a little bit of the state allocation
not totally.
thing.
Not
totally. So that we can be able to do other things and
complement what you're getting.
Extend value of the team internationally too. And creating also the Eyimba TV is also possible.
Oh, okay. That's in the works.
Yes.
Interesting.
It will enlarge, the team. It will bring fast synergy with the international world, a community, when you have such a thing. So we are thinking outside the box and see how we can improve on that.
Interesting. Before we will let you go, last one. It's a new stadium. I mean, there's a lot of fanfare when the stadium, was open for matches. And how would you rate the, the level of supportership? How many fans are turned up to watch these games? And you already talked about, creating alternative revenue, generating to generate revenue for Eyimba. Match day revenue is very important in modern day football. How would you, rate Eyimba
in terms of gate tickets?
Well, we can say that we have the Eyimba Stadium have about 25,000
capacity.
Yes.
Okay.
And the ABBA support can go up to 30,000. Sometimes because of stampede, you can close down the gate.
Really?
Yes. In some matches like Rangers.
Okay, the big matches.
We are going
the continental games.
Yes, all the continental games. So we are looking at getting something tangible. But I know that most times the gate takings are not the major thing. The major thing is, how you can also get out from such, financial base. Because we know that if you base your hope on gate takings, it can make you not to strive for more.
Yeah, of course.
So we are trying to just let ourselves loose outside such a, benchmark.
Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, you already mentioned the fact that commercial revenue, you're working on that now. You say you're looking to work with multinationals.
In fact, what we're trying to do is to create an entertainment unit of Eyimba Football Club, where a lot of things will come up. And so, but it's going to be, on silent base until we bring it out.
You have said a lot of things. Yes. The fans have listened. We have listened as well. Yes. Hopefully, when we're having this conversation, we'll bring out the scorecard and say, oh, you said you were going to do this, and we'll see how far you've been able to go. But wish you all the best in all the things that you set out to do, and hopefully you'll be able to achieve all of that.